Greetings, 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 greetings. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Greetings to you, wherever you might find yourself. It is a dose of encouragement with Amanda. And as we always do it, we will be soaking in the music a little bit. Thank you for joining. Please share to bring somebody on, whoever you are on here. Share to bring somebody on it. We appreciate your support so much. It is a dose of encouragement with Amanda. And as we always do it, we are going to soak in the music a little bit. Please share to bring somebody on as I share myself to our platforms too. You are most welcome on here. It is a dose of encouragement with Amanda. You are so welcome. You are very welcome. Share to bring somebody on. You are welcome. It is a dose of encouragement with Amanda. Thank you for the support, whoever is on here. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As we wait a few minutes to start, please share to bring somebody on. Be a blessing to somebody. And share this video to them. Someone might need it. Please share to bring somebody on. It is a beautiful Saturday morning as we know it. God has been good to us. He woke us up this morning and we are grateful. You are very welcome. And as I always say, as you keep supporting us, may God continue to support you. If you are on here, please share to bring somebody on as I share myself too on here. Please share to be a blessing to somebody. It is a dose of encouragement with Amanda. You are very welcome. You are so welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. Jehovah, you are the great I am. You are my strong tower that I run to. You are my present help in time of need. My rock, my life, my salvation. Jehovah, you are the great I am. I salute you, Connie Testimony. You are welcome. Please share to bring somebody on. You are so welcome. I salute you as well. Thank you so much for always supporting us. We appreciate you so much. You are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. We will start in a minute. It is a dose of encouragement with Amanda, and I am your host, Amanda Akrofi Aye. You are so welcome. Please share to bring others on. Please share to bring people on. It is a dose of encouragement with Amanda. Today's topic is effective communication in relationships. Effective communications. Effective communications. I believe it's one of the most things that we need to get it down pat. Things that we need to understand when it comes to relationships. So We'll wait a few minutes before a minute or so before we start, but share to bring somebody on. It is a dose of encouragement with Amanda. And if you don't know who I am on here, I am your girl, Amanda Akrofi Aye. It is Saturday morning. We come your way every Saturday morning, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. Ghana time. And as we do it on here, on this platform, we learn from each other. On this platform, we try to digest daily issues that we are facing, and we try to help each other in getting to where we have to get to, or getting the information that we need to get to. So if you are on here, you are so welcome. Nat, I see you on here. Thanks for always joining. Please share to bring somebody on. Today, once again, is an open platform. I'm not going to be doing this all by myself today. Today, I'm going to be doing this with you all. It is effective communication in relationship or in our daily life. And someone will ask me that, what is effective communication, or what is communication? Communication, as we know it, is an exchange of ideas or message so that it is received and translated well. And before we go on, how is your communication like? How is your communication like in your family? How is your communication in your relationship? How is your communication at your workplace? How is your communication like? Is it effective or it is not? How do you communicate? Do you communicate? So we have so many forms of communications, and it can be verbal, it can be non-verbal, it can be written, it can be visual, it can be in any form. And please support us with some stars too. We would appreciate it that very much. So there are so many forms of communications. Which one do you use best, and which one is effective to you? I need your comments in the comment section below. Let's make this session today interactive. So as I said, there are so many forms of communication, and you all know I have my notes right here. We have so many forms of communication. It can be verbal, it can be written, it can be non-verbal, it can be visual, it can be in any forms, as long as that what you are telling that person is received with clarity, as long as that communication or that thing that you're saying to that person is received and is able to understand, that person is able to understand, then you are using some form of communication. You are using always struggle with communication, especially the verbal way. Yeah, most of us do, because you know what, Nad, most of the times we don't want to, how do I put it, hurt the other person, and so we try to find ways and means to put our words out, if I can put it that way. We try so many ways to make it in such a way that that person doesn't get hurt, and sometimes we end up not saying it at all. Okay, we end up not even saying it at all, and then you see some people. Thank you, Kwame Testimony for the Stars. We see some people being so moody because they don't know how to get their thoughts across. They don't know how to get their thoughts across to the next person. So effective communications begins with mutual respect, okay, from both parties. Because if I respect you, I should be able to tell you what I feel without you getting upset. If you respect me, you should be able to tell me how you feel without me getting upset as well. So it starts with mutual respect on both sides. Sometimes we don't get that. Sometimes we get so angry, so involved in whatever we are doing, in the sense that we end up saying things anyhow and anyway, and then we end up regretting at the end of the day. So effective communication, or communication that inspires, encourages others to do the same. So if I'm coming to you talking to you in a nicely manner, talking to you with respect, talking to you in a way that will not bring animosity to you, that person will in turn do the same. That person will intend giving you that same respect, or it would inspire that person to do the same thing when it gets to his or her turn at the end of the day. So if we are communicating, or if our communications ain't good enough, then it is not going to inspire anybody. It is not going to affect people to do the same thing. Okay, we must realize that we are all different when it comes to the way we communicate. Some of us will be like, maybe I'm plain, I can say what I have to say and go my way. Some others are not like that. Others would have to construct their words in a way that it means something to them, in a way that it means or it gives respect to them, in a way that it doesn't bring confusion. But some of us too, hey, if I feel this type of way, I tell you and I go my way. But in so doing, and in doing so, we need to understand, and we need to realize that how is that person going to feel with whatever I am going to tell that person? Please share to bring somebody on. Whoever is on here, I appreciate you all so much. It is a dose of encouragement with Amanda, and I am your host, Amanda Akufia, if you don't know who I am. So, in order for them to tell you how they feel, they might have to go through some process in order to do that. And effective communication do bring clarity and focus. Because if what I am telling you is clear enough, then there is no way you're going to tell me that, oh, I made a mistake because I did not understand what you said. And that is where back and forth communication too is important. Because in that way, if I tell you something and you don't understand, I should be, or you should be able to ask me and say, Amanda, this thing that you're saying, I do not understand. It goes to not only our personal relationship, but also at work, at school, wherever we might find ourselves, even with our friends. Okay, because sometimes we realize that we say things to our friends and they might not respond to it. Why? Because they might be hurt with what we said. Because how we said what we said wasn't right, or wasn't what they were expecting to hear. And also remember that the way we communicate with others determines the quality of our lives. The way we communicate with others determines the quality of our lives, determines help people to know, is this person any better for me to even waste my time and have this conversation with? And that all boils down to relationships. If you build up a good relationship, a good communication skills with your partner, everything moves smoothly, everything goes well, everything works for the two of you. But then if you don't, if there are certain things you're supposed to tell your partners and you don't, it start bringing confusion, it start bringing problems, that's where you end up not realizing that, oh, I am not communicating with my partner, I am not telling my partner what I feel, I am not telling my partner this, that, and that. And so there becomes, gradually you realize that you tend to drift apart because you guys aren't communicating as you're supposed to communicate. You can have a very good idea, a very brilliant idea. If you cannot communicate it clearly, then you're wasting your time. If you cannot communicate it perfectly, then there is no way your thoughts or your ideas will get to where it's supposed to get to. Nad wrote, communication is so important in relation. Yes, it is. We might think that, oh, it's not, but it is so important, especially relationships. Okay, especially marriages. Most couples sit there and then we are okay even if we're drifting apart because we're not communicating, because one person is upset and they don't know how to talk about how they feel. They don't know how to talk about what is bothering them. And they just sitting there, you know, they just sitting there. I am very bad when it comes with communication and relationships. So today I need to learn. Yes, my brother. Yes, we all have one, one way or the other that we fall short when it comes to communication. Please share to bring others on. I believe people do need to hear this. So please, let's share to all platforms. Let's bring people on board. So, what was I even saying? Yeah, if there is no proper communication in marriage or in a relationship, you realize that your partner is always moody. And then you sit there and you ask yourself, I'm doing anything and everything that I am supposed to do. So why is he behaving this way, or why is she not saying anything, or why is she behaving the way that she is behaving? So that's what brings us to why we do need to communicate effectively. Put your comment down below why you think that we need to communicate effectively. Okay. So number one, effective communication do bring purpose, do bring harmony, do allow everyone to work together. It helps us to work together. It brings peace. It brings happiness. It brings always fighting me. Yes, Kanja. Today, as I said earlier on, on this platform there, we find medicines for our problems. We try to help each other with the issues that we might be having. So yes, today we are going to do our very best and learn from it, because we all have one thing or the other that we might need to work on. So it brings harmony, it brings peace, it brings tranquility, if I can put it that way. Because if I'm communicating right with you, if I'm communicating good with you, then there will be peace. Everybody will be able to work with each other. Because you go to certain places or certain jobs, and this is at loggerheads with that person because that person said this thing that I wasn't happy with, or I said this thing and then this person misconstrued it or miscommunicated it to the next person the wrong way. And we see this most of the time at our jobs, or with even our family. Do you think sometimes the culture play part? Yes, Natalie. Yes, especially seeing our Ghanaian parents. Very, very true. Very true. It does. It does. Sometimes it is part of culture plays a part. Why does culture plays a part? Because as you said, we see our parent not communicating. We see our mother being upset with our father, and she's not saying anything. Or even us, or when they get to talk, they always at each other. Everybody is trying to get their voice heard, and so they don't end up saying what needs to be said the right way. I have had my fair share in that, and I believe anybody that is married or is in a relationship do have some form of break in communication as well, because sometimes we assume that the next person or our partner knows what we are talking about or how we are feeling, and we end up not saying anything. So yes, culture plays a part, and more so there are certain cultures that you cannot just get up and talk to your partner or your parent about things that are bothering you. You have to go through certain steps or certain channels in order to do that. And so most people realize that this is so much to go through it, and so I wouldn't do it at all. So they end up not doing it. They end up just letting whatever is bothering them be, letting whatever is going on with them go on, and they don't end up talking it out. Yes, or the man has the final. Yes. Very true. But I believe it shouldn't be like that also. In relationship, we should be able to have a civil dialogue, sit down and talk about how I'm feeling. We'll get to that very soon, on things that we need to do, or how what comes when we communicate effectively. So yes, the man or the woman shouldn't have the final say in anything that concerns your family, especially when it involves you, your family, and your children. It shouldn't be that one person has the final say in it. It should be a civil dialogue in any situation. Okay. Also, communication also allow ideas to be conveyed clearly. If I am talking to you and I am not stating what I want, and if I'm not stating what I or how I need things to be done, my brother, my sister, that person is not going to be able to do what you want them to do. So we should always have it at the back of our mind that if we are in communication with somebody, it should be clear enough. It should be clear enough. It should come with no questions asked. You should be able to tell that person, I need A, B, and Z, or I feel A, B, and Z, with that person not asking you, oh, but what do you mean by this? It should be clear enough. Okay. So if we're doing that, I think sometimes we need to sit down and have communication. Thank you, Kwame Testimony, for the stars. Please, if you're on here, please share the star, give us stars to support us. It should be clear enough for that person not to be able to ask you questions. All right. And also, effective communication infers a two-way connection. It builds up a stronger bond, a new bond that is built on trust and transparency. If I come to you and I communicate my thoughts clearly, and if I don't know you and we just met and we have to work together, if I am able to communicate to you with no if, and, or but, then we should be able to work together. We should be able to be in the same space and coexist. We should be able to build that relationship with trust and transparency. Okay, communication shouldn't be where I am saying this thing to you, but in my head I'm doing something else. It shouldn't be that way. And sometimes we find ourselves getting caught in that aspect that, yeah, I am going to tell this person this, but I am going to do the other thing, which doesn't bring that transparency. It doesn't bring that trust. Because if I'm that person that you're talking to, and then you're telling me this, but then I realize you're doing the other thing, I would not trust you. There will be no transparency in our relationship because you were not forthcoming enough. You were not clear enough in your intentions. Okay. So it needs to be, your intentions need to be clear when you're communicating with your partner, when you're communicating with your colleagues, when you're communicating with your, even to the extent that now, even our children, if you talk to them and you don't talk to them clearly, they're not going to do what you want them to do. Even a 2-year-old will not do what you expect him or her to do if you're not clear enough in what you are telling them. Okay, so it all boils down to we having our intentions clear enough. We building that trust, that transparency from the very get-go, that we open our mouth to talk. All right. And then also, if we have effective communication, it helps in problem solving. Why does it help in problem solving? It helps in problem solving in the sense that if I have something against you, I should be able to come to you and talk to you without we being at each other's throat, without we throwing fists, without we insulting each other, without we saying all sort of things to each other. Thank you all for joining. Whoever is joining here, please share to bring somebody on. People need to hear this. We appreciate your support so much. Okay. So it helps in better problem solving. What is that one problem that you had at work that all it needed was you communicating what you think should be done? Was you communicating how you think that thing should be done? What is that one thing? Sometimes we give ourselves headache, if I can put it that way. We give ourselves so much headache to the extent that because that person said or did something wrong to us, we also want to say something to either jeopardize that person's trust, or either do some sort of harm to that person. But remember that if we communicate effectively, if you are communicating effectively, you end up having a better problem solving skills. But if you ask your partner a question and you aren't being given an answer, how does it? Yes, yes, yes. Listen, my brother private testimony. Sometimes it is the way that we ask them that question. Sometimes it is the way we going about that question. Sometimes it is the way we not even the words alone, but our demeanor alone. Okay, we've all been in that situation before. That person did something, or your partner did something the day before, and you hear asking them a question. You are so upset from that thing that they did, and so even the question you ask them, you have attitude on that. We all have been there before. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm perfect. I've been there before. I've been in that situation before. Did it help? No, it did not. Okay. So sometimes it depends. It depends on how. Yes, that's why my sister BB is saying, my sis, thanks for joining. That's what my sister BB is saying. That sometimes it depends on how you ask. It depends on your demeanor. It depends on the way that question comes out at the end of the day. If you going to your partner, talking to them in a nice, in a cool, in a polite manner, I'm pretty sure that they're not going to take it the wrong way. But if you're going with some attitude, if you're going with some, your face all moist out because you're upset from whatever they did to you, then yes, it is not gonna go well. And that person will come up with whatever they feel too. Okay, so we need to let me put it that way. We need to check ourselves sometimes. We don't do that more often when it comes to communication. So we need to check ourselves sometimes that, hey, is this thing that I'm doing, or is this thing that I said to this person, if that thing was said to me, how was I going to feel? If I was in that person's shoes, how was I going to feel? Okay, so it is not always 100% situation, but we do majority of the time have to put ourselves in that person's shoe that we ask them that question. Have you not seen a partner who has hardened all the anger for no reason? The person loses it, that you have a problem forever. Oh yes, yes, yes. That's one other thing. As those that are joining us now, this is the Dose of Encouragement with Amanda, and I am your host, Amanda Akufiaye. Please send us some stars to support us. Please share this video out there to bring people on. People need this. Yes, King Sumpi, very true. Sometimes and then we bottle up so much that any little thing, we basically a ticking time bomb. Ticking time bomb. That's the word. Ticking time bomb to explode. Okay. So any little thing set off the alarm. But listen, maybe whatever is making that person bottling all these things up to that extent, maybe you that person hasn't been able to wrap their hands around of how to bring it out yet. And some people too, they just don't like to talk, and so they will keep it. You can never say someone has an attitude for no. Yes, yes, yes. And that's why I said check yourself. Check yourself. What are you doing? What am I doing that my partner is so upset that he bottles up things in him or in her so much that any little thing I say, it becomes a whole different argument. Some do, sister. Oh, then you have to pretty much sit with that person when the day that they have one of their good days, if I can put that way. I would suggest that you have that sit down with that person and start a conversation, not in a confrontational way, but as you, when everything is light, when the atmosphere is light, when situations, everybody is happy, and then do ask them, because I've realized that when that happens, people tend to open up a little more when they are happier in that situation, that when they're not happy or they just there, then you go ask them that question. They might tell you, why you asking me this, why do you think I am upset, but yes, though they are upset. Okay, so I think we have to find the balance of having, knowing when it is good time to bring that conversation up. Timing is very, very crucial when it comes to effective communication. So I believe that's what we need to do. Okay. So maybe you can try that Kingston P, and then let us know how that goes. Okay. All right. So effective communication reduces the number of misunderstandings. That's what we just you all are bringing up. It reduces it. So as I said, if I come to you, if that person does whatever they do, and you tell them right away, if everybody is happy, sister, believe me, I will not bring it up to ruin the moment. The timing is important, but you can tell. Oh, very true. That's why I said steady that person. Steady, because we all know, if that person is in our circle, if that person is, if that person is our partner, we know when they are happy. We know, there are certain triggers that will make you know that, oh, today my partner is happy. Oh, today my partner is not. Oh, today my partner is feeling some type of way. So you have to study the rhythms, okay, in your relationship. Some people don't know how to communicate right away when they are angry. They will rather ignore than rather talk. Yes, that's true. And some of us too. So some people are like that, and some of us too, we are the opposite. That if you are angry, we need to talk about it and trash it out. But most often at times when you do that, or if I'm angry, let's talk about it and trash it out, it rather explodes in that moment. So I believe that we all need to learn. As I said, the timing is very crucial on here. Timing, timing, timing is very crucial on here, because as my sister Bibi is saying, not everybody would want to talk when they are upset. Because why? If they are upset and they talk, they might end up saying things that they don't really want to say and don't really mean, and then it will end up going a whole different level. So they would rather keep it than bringing it forth. And with that too, there is pros and cons when it comes to that, baby. There is pros and cons when the person decide to hold it for too long, okay, and not say and not talk about it. If that happens, then any little thing, any trivial thing, set them off, as I was saying earlier on. So again, we need to find a better way of communicating. If you are somebody that don't want to talk about how you feel if you are upset, you should be able to learn to still talk about it when your anger has subsided. Because I believe for a fact that not everybody, like, one cannot be angry about a situation for that long. Yes, they might still be upset, but the level to which they were upset when that thing happened fresh would have reduced in about a couple of days. Yes, they might still be angry about that situation, but they would be receptive enough, if I can use that word. They will be receptive enough in order to talk to them. And that is when they'll be able to voice out what you did, how they feel, and how they think that affected them. So I think we should explore all different measures in making sure that our communications are effective when it comes to relationship. Okay, it also increases happiness in the bedroom. Okay, effective communication, especially when it comes to relationship, effective communication increases happiness in the bedroom. And you ask me how? I need you all to put your comment down below what you think about this statement that it increases happiness in the bedroom. It increases happiness in the bedroom at all times, in any time. Listen, you might have a snatch buddy. You might have a hot buddy. You might be the most handsome, most beautiful woman on earth. But if your communication sucks in the bedroom, there is nothing gonna go down. Okay? Because maybe your partner is doing something during intimacy that you don't like, but you don't know how to say it. If you have effective communication, you should be able to tell your partner, hey honey, this thing that you did, if we do now, don't go in attacking them, but go in a way, hey hon, this thing that we did, can we do it this way? Can I suggest we do it? Like, have that. Let me use myself as an example. No matter how well we talk, my people thought because I brought them, because I brought them here, I want to control them. So any little thing is like a bomb. A simple correction. So because I don't want to lose it anymore, I don't talk about it. And they end up facing the same problem. I don't want them to. Effective communication, I believe, happens to those who want it, not those have walls all around. Very true. Very true. That's why I said, you know, the question is, or with what you just said, I believe it's about time people take that mentality of their mindset. Okay, that hey, you brought me, so you want to control me, that kind of thing. All right, people need to understand that nipa nuyane nipa. We all need somebody at one way or the other. At some point, we all need somebody. Okay, forget the fact that you brought them, or you made it possible for them to get there. They should forget that. But if you've been there long enough to tell them that this ABCD that they doing is wrong, then they need to understand and take, even if they're not going to take anything out of it. Sometimes people say that, yeah, let's leave them till they hit the wall. With that statement, I have two opinions about it, okay? Because number one, if we leave them to hit the wall before you tell them, I told you so, then it will be too late. And if you don't tell them to, then because at the end of the day, whatever they do, whatever problem they get into, you'll be the same person having to struggle to take them out of that problem, okay? So I don't know how to put it. You do have to, you yourself need to do, uh, uh, um, set yourself apart, if I can put it that way. Set yourself apart. You know, sometimes we think that we protecting them way too much. And so we end up, everything that we see, we say it. Everything that we see them doing wrong, we say it. Because we don't want them ending up like somebody, or ending up as like us, because we've been in that situation before. But sometimes set yourself apart a little bit. What do I mean by setting yourself apart? Sometimes you need to take yourself out of the situation. You tell her, she says she's not a porn star. She says if I have gone to learn, I should take it where I want. How can now talk about bedroom? I do it anyhow. I come. Listen, Kings and P. Listen, you stop having that mentality. You have, stop. Listen, if they are telling you they are not a porn star, it might be two things as well. But before then, let me finish addressing your first issue. So, as I was saying, set yourself apart, okay, from the situation. How? Sometimes you need to pull back. You need to pull back from being Do I use the word way overprotective? Okay. And let them do things a little bit and then you come in. Because I've realized that when you are too upfront, you are too overprotect, you are too on their neck, that's how they feel. Sometimes, yes, you do not want them to fall into that trap. Yes, you do not want them to fall into that trouble that you might have found yourself in some time back. But and you want to really do your very best in order to prevent them from getting into that, and they're not seeing it the way you are seeing it. It is hard, but again, try taking yourself apart from that situation a little bit. Let them have a little lee room, to maneuver, and then you come back in. But never, ever, ever, ever stop being that support to them. I don't know if I make sense. Never stop being that support to them in a way that you still support them, you still help them, you still give them that every advice that they need to have on certain issues. And all you can ever and hope, try and hope for, that they do listen to you. There will be a time that that's why I said I don't want to say that, oh, leave them till they get to a place where you can say, you tell them so. We don't want it to get to that far. We don't want to get into the point where you have to tell them, I told you so. And as my brother said, I stated earlier on, effective communication starts with mutual respect. Okay. So, and if you are doing all that and you're giving them the respect that they need, you're giving them the prompts that they need, and it's still the same, set yourself apart a little bit and see how things go. And as I said, never ever leave them, without supporting them. Never give them your advice when you have to. All right, one way or the other, they would have to come around. But in regards to your second point, uh, she says she's not a porn star. What you see, that's why I said it depends on how you say it. How are you telling her that it's making her feel that she's a porn star? My sister maybe is laughing. It's making her feel that she's a porn star. Everybody's sexual desires are different. The way how you enjoy things are different. But in all, there needs to be that communication. It might be poor communication. It might be you just going on and be like, hey babe, let's make love today. And then it's like you doing everything that you want to do without listening to her or him. You know, in so perspective to that, you do need to ask your partner, hey, this thing that I'm doing, what do you think about that? What do you think, baby? How am I doing well, or do you need me to do anything different? You need to listen. Some of us, that conversation, if you give us 100 yards, we will not be able to bring that topic up in the bedroom. It needs that person. Bam, that's what my sister is saying. Everybody's upbringing is different. It needs you to bring up that conversation. It might not be, some people don't want it, don't want no talking when the action is going on. I understand. But when that is done, okay, and you guys are relaxing and enjoying each other's company, ask your partner, hey hun, what do you think about this, or this thing that I did, what do you think about it? Is there anything I can do different or anything? You realize that once you do that, they tend to open up more. They tend to tell you, hey, this, that if you do this way, it will be better. Or when you do this way, I feel this. When you do that way, I feel this. So it's all about the upbringing. But now that we are all in the same space, now that we are all in the same room, now that we want our bedroom, we want our happy ending, we want to be happy in our bedroom, somebody need to start that conversation. Somebody need to bring that conversation up. And That person that is bringing that conversation need to bring it the right way. Need to bring it the right way, because as I said, if you are talking while the action is going off, some people might be turned off, but some people too, that's what they want. You know, um, when you talking in the process of the whole thing, that's what they want. You know, and I wrote something. I said, without effective communication, you will not be able to make your intentions in the bedroom known to your partner. You need to talk to your partner, letting him or her know how what he or she does right in the bedroom. Sometimes they need you telling them, hey, babe, you doing this. Madam, if you ask any man about it, he will lie because he doesn't want you to. No, 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 no. No, not every man. Not every man. That's why I said, do not ask that question, because some people don't want to be asking, don't want you asking different questions when you are in the process of getting the thing going, and then you ask, babe, this thing, can you do it? No, you know, some everybody's sensitivity is level is different. All right. So you need to know when to have that conversation. That's why I said it is ideal and it is important, you know, when everything is done, you know, when the happy ending has been done with. And because, and what I just said, those that don't understand what I said is, you don't just finish making love in the bedroom and then you just get up and say, I'm going to cook. No, you don't do that. After you're done, you would relax yourself a bit, enjoy, you know, talk. That is when that conversation come in. Communication in the bedroom should be a whole episode topic. So please note it, and let's, yes, 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 we'll bring that up next time. As a matter of fact, let me write it down. Let me write the communication in the bedroom. Let me write it down. And then we would bring it up. But yeah, it depends on how you bring it about. So Kinsumpi, you can't just ask me, uh mommy, what is this or this thing, you didn't do it well. You can't just go into that conversation accusing them already. No, you can't do that, you know, because most of the time that's what we do. You need to talk about it before trying. Yes, that is another way of doing that too. You can just come in accusing your partner, hey, this thing you did in the bedroom, you didn't do it well. It has to be, it has to have a way of you approaching it. Hey, but you need to be cautious about it. You need to be open about it and be cautious about it as well. So yes, we will put that for next time. We will have time to discuss this whole topic in a whole, because the effective communication in the bedroom has a lot of legs that we need to, talk about and then explore. But yeah, so that's part of it. It also increases trust. Okay, trust in a way of the other partner appreciating the fact that whatever you are dealing with, you are telling them. Whatever is going on with you, you are telling them. Whatever you did, you are telling them. But why can I ask if you are enjoying or no? I did not say you cannot ask. I did not say that you cannot ask your partner if they are enjoying it or not. I did not say that. I said certain questions in the process of it is not right, but you can definitely ask your partner if they are enjoying it or not. Okay, because some people, that is what, turn them off or turn them on, depending on what level of the aisle you are. So I did not say that. I said that it has to be the right timing. It has to be the right phase of the intimacy. You can't just get up and do that. I tell you, turn like this, and you say, where from that one? You are lasting longer. She asks, what did you go and drink while is is your partner asking that question because of previous episodes or what? Listen, you do need to look at all these things because, of course, some of us ladies, if you are if you come to the bedroom and then within 5 minutes we're done, and then today you come and we are going 30 minutes non-stop. Of course, she's gonna ask you what have you been, but it is up to you to explain to your partner. It is up to you to let your partner know that Bibi said your partner wasn't in the mood. That is very true. Your partner wasn't in the mood. But it is up to you to explain to your partner that, hey, maybe that time it was something, or I wasn't in the right frame, or I wasn't really there yet. You have to explain because as long as you are communicating about it, you will always and always have solutions to it. All right. It only becomes a problem if we don't talk about it. That's when it becomes a problem. But if we open up, as I said, it increases trust in the sense that if you are talking about it, then your partner realize that, oh, if whatever you tell him or her is what you mean, or you meant it, or you making you being vulnerable enough, okay, for them to know where you are. He might, some of us, some people are there with their partners and they really don't know what their partners are going through. Okay, they think that, oh, because I need this, my partner should give. Why? Because they're not having that communication. They're not talking things over. They're not voicing out what they feel. You know, you need to voice it out. You need to talk about it. You need to let your partner know where you are. It might not be just in the bedroom, but like in general, let your partner know where you are so they can help you if they need to. All right, so they can support you if they need to, so they can be a support system for you if they have to. But if you don't talk to them, if you don't open up to them, then it will not. All right, it will not. So we need to do our very best to communicate effectively. As I said, this bedroom communication would have a whole different show that will come here, but trust is very important when it comes to communication effectively in our relationship. As I said, relationship not necessarily with our sexual partner. Now, it could be with our parent, it could be with our siblings, it could be with our workers, or anything. Because not everybody has that ability and capability to communicate effectively. Some people find themselves in leadership positions and they don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to lay their thoughts across. They don't know how to talk to their subordinate. They don't know how to instruct or tell the next person what to do. And this is very, very important that we need to learn. All right, because once we do that, as I said, it brings it reduces misunderstanding, it brings happiness in the bedroom, it increases trust, it also increases stability in our homes or in our workplaces. I'm sorry, I had my pencil. It increases stability, in all areas of life. Okay, if you and your partner communicate well with each other, it gives that feeling of stability. It gives that feeling that my relationship is on the right track. By knowing how to talk to your partner, you are able to open up emotionally about things that are bothering you. There are so many people that are in relationships that they literally there. They're literally not talking. They're literally just coexisting. Thanks for joining, Miss Chandra. They're literally coexisting. They're not talking. So that stability is not there. The other person has the fear of losing their partner if they open up. But if you do not talk about it, if you do not open up, if you do not voice out what you think can be done or what you think you feel, then it will be, you will just, your relationship would emotionally go down the drain. As I said, it needs to happen. Is it easy to do? No. Should we get it done? Yes, because it is very, very important that we communicate our thoughts, we communicate our plans, we communicate our aspirations to our partners, to our colleagues, to our subordinate, to get the work done. Because you can tell me that you get into a relationship for the sake of it, that you're just going to get into it and not do anything. Thank you all for joining. If you join on here, please share to bring somebody on, and please give us some stars to support us. You can tell me that you're just going into that relationship because you feel like you want to go into it and you don't want to talk about anything, but you just want to be in a relationship. No, my friend, that will not happen. That is not the right motive of going into a relationship. To increase your stability, you need to talk things out. To increase the stability of that relationship emotionally, physically, financially, whatever word you can think of, you need that communication. You need to communicate. There is always a saying that we can disagree to agree on certain things. How? Because if I have a different opinion and you have a different opinion, that's a disagreement. But if we are able to talk about it and come to a conclusion and come to an agreement on certain things, then that is an effective communication right there. But if we are talking about it and then things ain't happening, things are going left, right, then whatever communication we have is not effective. And I think we pretty much run out of time. But so the next thing is, it's clearly sets expectations in relationships. Your partner wasn't in the mood. Oh, okay, I read that already. It sets clear expectations in a way of, your partner is able to tell you, hey, this is what I want in this situation. What do you think? Hey, this is what I want us to do about this. What do you think? So once your communication is effective, you tend to know what makes your partner happy. So Kinsum P, this boils down, or this wraps around the question that you asked earlier on. Okay, so if they know what you are expecting, if you know what they are expecting, then it opens up the floor for communication. All right, I wrote here, I said, once you begin communicating effectively, you tend to know what makes your partner happy and what does not, letting you know their expectations and boundaries, so you think or you work within that boundaries. So people think that we do not have to set boundaries in relationships. Yes, we do. Okay, not not expectations in a way to draw the other person out. No, we need to set expectations that, hey, this is what we want to be in 2 years, in 3 years, in 4 years. This is what we want to do tomorrow. It needs to be in a form of agreement. Okay, but if you're not stating what your expectations are, what your what you expect from the other person, and you assume that they know what you expect, then you're always going to have issues in your marriage. You're always going to have issues in your relationship. You're always going to have issues with that girlfriend or boyfriend that you are with, because you're not stating what you expect from them. You're not stating what you want them to do in certain situations. You're not telling them what you want them to say in certain situations, or what you expect them. You can, let me put it this way, you can force them to say something, but you can expect that once you've made your expectations known and clear, they would understand and work with you. They will understand and work together to get to where you all want to go. So as we always do it on a weekly basis, this week, this is what we're going to practice. We're going to do our very best to communicate effectively, whether it's job wise, family, to our kids, to our partners, to our fiancés, to our husbands, to our wives. We are going to do our very best and communicate effectively on that. Somebody out there needs to hear this. Somebody out there needs this teachings or this encouragement. So please share to bless somebody on all platforms, TikTok and what have you, whatever platforms that you're on. But this topic is not exhausted yet. This topic is not done yet. I think we should continue about this next week. What do you all think? Let me know in the comment section below. Even after we get off this platform, let us know. We try to stick with time so we don't push people away on the platform. We come your way every Saturday morning, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard, 11 a.m. GMT time. So please, please, please make it a point to always set your alarm on and then come on. But yeah, as I was saying, I think we should continue this topic next week because I don't think it is exhausted yet. What do you all think? Please let me know in the section, in the comment section below, and then we would take your comment into consideration and see if we want to continue this next week and the week ahead, because I believe that effective communication is a whole lot that we need to talk about and deal with. Okay, we have one vote. Kinsum P said we should continue. Yeah, let us know what you all also think. But once again, thank you. This is a dose of encouragement with Amanda. Sadly, yes, we have 2 votes now. Natalie says we should continue. So yeah, but please keep the comments coming. We would do our very best to bring that up next week. Have your questions ready for next week as we continue this topic, and we will see to have a guest on to help in all this, or let's see how things go, but we will definitely continue this topic to, next week. So once again, thank you so much. As I always say, as you support this cause, this vision, may God continue to support you as well. And as I always say, we are open if you think that you can help push this vision to its destination. You are more than welcome to reach out to me or any of the team members on Facebook, or you can even go to our website, www.adoseofencouragement.com. We will also be open for partnership soon. So please look out for that in our mails or on Facebook or on our website to help push this vision forward. And sometime this week, we will bring you more information on social impact project that we've been working on, that we'll be doing by the end of the month, this month in Ghana. So if you are welcome to join, we'll be doing some, I believe my team will bring more information. We'll be doing some donations in Ghana for the less privileged as well. So you are more, if you are in Ghana and you want to be part of that, please let us know. But we'll bring you the information in due course, maybe this week or next week before, because we're thinking of doing it before the end of the month or close to the end of the month of July. So we'll bring you more information about that. But as I've always said, this cause is a cause that we need to take it to a destination. We believe that people out there need to hear this, need the support, need the encouragement, need the help that they ever need. So you are more than welcome to reach out to us in any way. If you want to be part of the team, let us know. Once again, if you don't know who I am, my name is Amanda Akrofi-Aye. And as I said earlier on, please send us some stars to support this cause, because as we all know, this is an NGO. It is non-for-profit. So any help you can give us will be appreciated. But We will come your way again next week. And don't forget, it is approaching the end of the month already. Set your alarm, set on your calendars time with the prophet. Don't take yourself out that session. Even if you take yourself out of this weeks, do not take yourself out of that one, because it ushers us into the new month. Every month we have that session. So please mark that on your calendar. And this is a dose of encouragement with Amanda. I will come your way again next week, Saturday, as we continue this effective communication. And as I said, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you to the team. Thank you to my husband, Mr. Kofiaya, wherever you are. I appreciate the support so much that you've been giving me. And to you, our followers and our fans, we appreciate your support so, so much. I thank you, and I pray that God supports you in time of need. God bless you for everything and anything that you're doing for us. Until I come your way next week, my name is Amanda Akrofi Aye, and this is a dose of encouragement with Amanda. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and see you next week. Bye.